The weight of the heart, the lesson of letting go. In this world, the heaviest thing isn't what we carry in our hands but what we carry in our hearts. It is the weight of our past, our regrets, and the painful memories that refuse to fade. But the moment we let go of these burdens, everything feels lighter. This is the story of a young monk named Tao, who learned the power of release, a lesson that changed his life forever. Tao had recently joined a peaceful monastery in the mountains, hoping to find relief from the suffering he had carried for years. His past was filled with family conflicts, childhood struggles, and disappointments that never seemed to leave his mind. Even though the monastery was calm and serene, Tao found no peace. His thoughts were clouded with regret and overthinking. Every small issue became complicated, and it felt like his mind was always racing. He couldn't escape the weight of his past. One day, after a particularly difficult meditation, Tao couldn't bear it any longer. He went to his master, the wise head monk, and shared his frustration. "Master," Tao said, his voice heavy with sorrow, "I can't find peace. My past haunts me. It won't leave me. I think of everything, what has happened, what could happen, and it fills my mind with noise. What should I do? How can I find peace?" The master listened quietly, his calm presence offering Tao a small sense of comfort. After a long pause, the master spoke, his voice gentle and understanding. "Tao, I will help you find the answer, but first, come with me." Tao, desperate for relief, agreed. He followed his master outside the monastery, where the cool mountain breeze rustled the trees. The master pointed to a distant hill in the far-off mountains. "Do you see that small hut at the top of the hill?" the master asked. "An old monk, the most senior among us, lives there. He left the monastery many years ago to meditate in solitude. He is wise, and he will show you the answer you seek." Tao, filled with hope, nodded eagerly. "May I go now? I cannot wait any longer." The master smiled. "Yes, Tao. Go, and you will find what you need. But remember, the path is not always easy." With that, Tao set off on his journey. The climb was steep and tiring, and the sun beat down on him as he made his way toward the distant hill. The path was rocky and uneven, and Tao's legs grew weary with each step. Despite his exhaustion, he continued, determined to find the peace he so desperately sought. His mind remained clouded, though, and he couldn't help but think about his painful past. The memories swirled in his mind, distracting him from the present moment. After a long and difficult journey, Tao finally reached the old monk's hut. The elder monk was sitting in deep meditation, his eyes closed in peaceful concentration. Tao waited patiently, trying to calm his racing thoughts. When the old monk opened his eyes, he greeted Tao with a warm smile. "Master," Tao said, bowing respectfully, "I have come to seek your guidance. My mind is filled with painful memories, and I cannot escape the past. I want to be free of this suffering. Please, help me." The old monk studied Tao with a knowing look. After a moment of silence, he spoke. "I will give you the answer you seek, Tao. But first, let us go to the village below for our midday meal. A disciple there has invited us. Come with me." Tao, eager for any guidance, agreed. As they prepared to leave the hut, the old monk picked up a large, heavy rock and placed it in front of Tao. "Carry this with you," the old monk instructed. Tao was confused but obedient. He bent down, lifted the rock, and placed it on his shoulder. The weight was immense, and as he followed the old monk down the mountain, he quickly began to feel the strain. The path was steep and uneven, and with every step, the rock seemed to grow heavier. His arms ached, his legs trembled, and sweat dripped down his face. Despite the difficulty, Tao continued to follow the old monk, who walked ahead with ease, carrying no burden. As the journey wore on, Tao's frustration grew. His body was exhausted, and he wanted nothing more than to drop the rock and rest. But he thought to himself, what if this is part of the lesson? What if I need to endure this hardship to learn something important? So he kept going, even though the rock seemed to grow heavier with each step. By the time they reached the foot of the mountain, Tao could barely stand. His whole body ached, and he collapsed beneath a tree, gasping for breath. To his surprise, the old monk was sitting calmly under the tree, smiling. Tao, panting from exhaustion, looked at him, his frustration evident. "Master," Tao said between breaths, "why are you smiling?" "I am in pain. This rock made the journey unbearable. Please, tell me the lesson. What am I supposed to learn from this?" The old monk smiled gently. "How was your journey, Tao?" Tao, still struggling to catch his breath, replied, "It was terrible. The rock was too heavy. It slowed me down and made everything difficult. I could hardly stand by the end of it." The old monk nodded. "And why didn't you drop the rock along the way?" Tao froze. He had never considered that possibility. But you told me to carry it," he said, confusion clouding his mind. "I thought I had to carry it all the way." The old monk's smile deepened. "I told you to pick it up. But I never said you must carry it the entire way. You could have dropped it at any time. The choice was always yours." The realization hit Tao like a wave. His heart skipped a beat as he understood the lesson. The old monk continued, "This journey is like your life, Tao. The rock is your past, your painful memories, your regrets, your fears. You have been carrying them for so long, making your life heavier than it needs to be. But just like this rock, you can put them down at any time. You don't have to carry them forever. The moment you let go, you will feel light and free." Tao stood in silence, the truth sinking deep into his soul. His eyes filled with tears as he looked at the rock, symbolizing all the burdens he had been carrying for years. Without hesitation, he dropped the rock to the ground. The moment it hit the earth, he felt an overwhelming sense of relief, as though a great weight had been lifted from his heart. The old monk placed a hand on Tao's shoulder and spoke softly, "The past is gone, Tao. The only thing keeping it alive is you. Let go of it, and peace will find you." Tao nodded, his heart lighter than it had ever been. That day, he learned the greatest lesson of his life: freedom comes not from holding on, but from letting go. We often carry the weight of our past without realizing we have the power to release it. The moment we choose to let go, we free ourselves from suffering, and life becomes lighter and more beautiful. Tao returned to the monastery with a heart unburdened, ready to live each day with peace, clarity, and freedom.